guys, and welcome to another kit review. Okay, so today, as you can see, we're doing a Batmobile. Okay, this one is by Polar Lights. It was issued as a rebox in 2011. They originally brought this out in 2002, and this is the Batmobile from, and I'll move this out a bit, as you can see. Stabilize that, there you go. From the 1966 TV show, okay? And this one is not the snap kit. So you can get this kit as a basic snap kit, which already has all the red striping, etc. on the actual bodywork. But this one is the actual 1/25th scale plastic assembly kit, okay? So this one takes a little bit more skill to put together for a nicer looking vehicle. All right, so the kit number for this one is POL 837, and this one only cost me $40 plus postage. So the snap kits out here in Australia, usually they go for anywhere from about $65 to $85. The actual plastic model ones, the real ones, so to speak, are quite rare. Most of the time, they're the snap kits. Okay, so there you have it. And I thought $40 was a bargain for this kit. Okay, so as you can see, there she is. There is a special edition one which does have Batman and Robin figures in it. This is just the one without the figures. I'm happy with that. It's all good. Okay, so as you can see, there you are. 1966 Batmobile. Let's have a look at the rest of the box. On the sides, same again. Another shot of the kit. On the other side, same. On the back, these are all the features. Okay, so it does have, as it says, open hood to show the detailed engine. Includes an interior with all the bits and pieces in it, the gadgets and bat phone and you name it. So nicely detailed. It does have the mobile crime computer in the trunk, okay, and it does have a very extensive decal sheet to go with it. All right, and turning front wheels. All right, so really nice kit. Okay, I wasn't actually looking for this one, but when it came up for $40, I thought, you know what, how can I not? All right, yes, I did watch the show. I think I saw most of the episodes of the old 1966 Batman show at least once, usually twice, maybe even 3 times. And I think somewhere in the world they're probably still showing it. Okay, so that's the box. Let's have a look inside. Pull that out of the way, and as you can see, she is pretty much full. Chrome parts in one sprue. You've got your clear parts. You've got your body shell, okay, and the chassis. You've got your vinyl tyres. Next row out is all your bits and pieces, your seats, your interior fittings, etc. And the next one is the rest of the bodywork, front and back, dash, etc, etc. So pretty much there's a lot of parts to this kit, and that's what I like. Instructions, we'll have a look at those shortly. Polar Lights, AMT, okay, MPC are all produced by Round 2 Models. So that is their business reply post registration form. A colour catalogue, 2011-2012. As I said, this kit came out in 2011. Of all the other kits they do, Dukes of Hazzard, these ones are Dracula, Monster Coach. I had the original Monster Coach way back when. So, interesting kits in there. And in the bottom, move that out of the way, is the decal sheet. Okay, nicely sealed up, and it is a comprehensive. So, we'll get rid of this, and in a second, we'll have a look at the instructions and the decal sheet. Okay, so let's have a look at the instructions. So first off, cover art, usual warnings, general assembly, gluing tips, decal application, painting guide. So these are just basic paints, okay? These are for the tail lights, etc., the buttons and switches and things in the actual, I was going to say cockpit, you might as well call it a cockpit, okay? Interior. On here you've got key to symbols, so you do have opaque, clear, chrome, okay, paint codes, etc., all the way through. All right, so it can get a bit confusing, but then again, we should be pretty much used to that kind of thing. Okay, so let's have a look. First up is the engine, and as you can see, it is quite a complex engine. It does have chrome and black parts on here, a little bit of painting as well. Okay, you could just detail this up with a bit of wiring. It should be fairly easy to find reference photos for this engine on the net to show how you could possibly wire this up. Then we go on to the suspension and exhausts. So this is a complex section here. This allows the front wheels to actually turn. So a bit of care because there's parts here that you do not glue. Okay, body pan, exhaust pipes, drive shaft, and rear suspension going on. Okay, then we go on to just putting the wheels on, putting the engine in the body pan. Next is the interior. Okay, so this is your dashboard. These are your inside of the doors, your seats of course, and the back. They're all fitting in, plus your gear levers, etc. Some of these parts will need to be painted first or afterwards. If you can, find a few references on the net for the original 1966 Batmobile interior. That's what I'll be doing, because I figure if I'm going to build this, I want to build it so it's fairly close to original. Okay, so let's have a look. Overleaf. Here is where you have your body shell and the other parts of the body, so just under the front and back, okay, and the top sections. So I would probably suggest getting to this stage and then this stage, which is your exterior, with your underbody parts. This is your boot with the computer bit in it. Okay, there is your turbine exhaust and the front. To get to about this stage is when you would probably paint this vehicle up and then put the striping on. Okay, and then overleaf, you've got your clear parts going on. Okay, this is another interior part. Parachutes. Okay, there isn't much clear to this. Main clear parts, front and back, but you do have headlights as well. And then final assembly is just your bonnet hood, etc., radiator. Okay, but you need to be careful with your painting guide because there are sections in here, especially for the wing mirrors, etc., which will need to be painted fairly carefully. And then you do have a very comprehensive guide, so read the instructions first, because a lot of these decals, especially for the instruments and the computer, etc., fire extinguisher, battery, okay, even on the steering wheel, there are decals that need to go on. So you will need to basically paint the interior parts, apply the decals first before assembly. Okay, and then this is your guide to where all the red stripes go. As I said, this is not the snap kit. The snap kit comes with a body that already has the red stripes on it. In this particular kit, the stripes will have to go on manually, so that's going to be a challenge, but I'm up for it. Okay, so that's literally it. There's not much to it. Literally 9 steps to put this car together, but there is a lot of detailed work to be done, especially putting the stripes on, and especially for the interior. Okay, so that's the instructions. Let's have a look at these decals. Nice big decal sheet. You do get some spare red bits and stuff like that, but as you can see, okay, they're more orange than red, but that's closer to the original. You get number plates, bat symbols of course, and these markings, okay, and the instruments etc. are all your interior markings, as I showed you for the dashboard, for the computer, for the fire extinguisher, you name it. That's what these are all about, even the battery. Okay, but I'll give you close-up shots of this anyway, but I do like that. It will be challenging to get those on nice and straight and in place, but taking time, bit of patience, can't see any problem with it. Okay, so that's the decals, that's the instructions. In a second we'll have a look at the sprues. Okay, so let's have a look at the sprues, and we'll start off with the actual body itself. Okay, so you do have a separate back part of the body, which literally just fits here. Well, close enough to there. All right, so we'll leave that off for now. So she will need painting, so you can't quite get away with just putting the stripes on, etc, etc. There are some molding, well, I won't call them marks. All right, there's a bit of shading in the actual plastic, but that is her body. There is, I don't know if you can see it, I can feel it with my fingernail. There is a molding line that runs along the front that will need to be removed. Okay, so a little bit of cleanup, a little bit of careful sanding, but overall that body is looking quite nice. I do like that. Okay, so that's the Batmobile's body. Here is the Batmobile's body pan. Okay, and I'll see if I can get that close enough for you. There you go, that's where it was made. I won't even try. In Dongguan, Guangdong province, China. Okay, made by Round 2, made in China. So there is your body pan, fairly simple, straightforward. Okay, that's the underneath, and there is painting to be done underneath this car as well. So a little bit of touch up, a little bit of clean up maybe around the edges, because I can feel some sharp burrs. But apart from that, that's the body pan, fairly straightforward. Okay, so next we'll have a look at, and there are around 14 sprues in this kit. Right, so this is your underbody front and back, and this is your back of the interior section. Okay, these are your wing mirrors. Right, so these will need a little bit of painting, pre-painting, etc., or possibly once you've fitted them, painting them up if you can. But as I said, you'll need to read the instructions first on this one. There's a lot of complex little parts that will need to be painted before final assembly. Okay, so that's the underbody parts and the rear of the interior. here is the next sprue. So these are just basic. These are the back and front of the vehicle, the grille sections. These are your parachutes. Okay, these are your interior wings. Really nice detail on the parachutes. I'm impressed by that. It's very sharp, and I do like the grille work. All right, so a little bit of a wash of something to bring that out would be really nice. Okay, but minimum flash on these parts. I do like that minimum. So there's not much cleanup. The next sprue out is this one. So as you can see, this is your bonnet, your interior for the engine bay. Okay, that is the back of the engine bay, your battery. Okay, that's your radiator. This is where the computer goes in the back of the car. But again, really nice detail. Right, I do like the detail on that and the wiring, etc. So a little bit of care painting these up. The battery looks really nice. I went out of focus, sorry guys. But yes, a bit of painting. Spend a bit of time on the details. You'll end up with a really nice looking vehicle. Okay, so that's the main body parts. And the rest of the sprues are quite small and individual. For instance, the seats and the dashboard have been packed individually, not attached to anything. But the detail on these is really nice. So see if, not sure, there we go. So that's your buttons and things like that on the dash. Oops, sorry. So yes, you can pick those out with a nice bit of painting. The seats, you could probably do something with the seats to give them a bit of texture. They would have been vinyl, I guess, in the original car. So a little bit of painting up, a bit of wash, bring those out really nicely. Okay, so that's a couple of interior parts. So as I said, there is about 14 sprues, but they're all bits and pieces. So let's have a look at three of them. Okay, move those two out the way. These are your exhaust pipes. Okay, so, and the wheel brakes. So exhaust pipes, naturally enough, you would drill out the ends so it does look like an exhaust pipe. This one here, more of the exhaust pipes. So the exhausts do run the full length of the car. This one here is your steering wheel. Oh, I'll turn it around. No, that was clever. Turn it around the right way. Steering wheel, okay. That is your exhaust for the turbine. All right, rear vision mirror, etc. Gear level. So there isn't much in the way of flash on these. A little bit of cleanup around the mold lines, but nothing dramatic. Okay, so that's those three. So let's have a look at couple more. So these are your rear suspension. This is your cross brace and your drive shaft. Okay, and yes, those are a little couple of bat symbols. Okay, and on this one here, you have got another bat symbol, your rear diff, and I'll move that out of the way so it's easier. There's your fire extinguisher. Okay, and a couple of fittings for the interior and for the bottom. Okay, so the detailing is quite nice. I do like the detailing. There isn't much flash. A little bit of cleanup along the mold lines, but that's nothing unusual for any kit, is it? Okay, and the last two black ones are these. As you can see, they almost match, but not quite. They were probably molded this way and then cut here to fit in the very tight box. And they are, as you can see, the engine. Main engine block, okay, cylinder heads, etc. Let's push this one over there. Let's have a look. Top of the engine. Do love the fan. Okay, the detailing on the, and that's suspension parts. All right, that's your radiator, engine, fan belt. Okay, exhaust headers. Really nice detailing. Not much flash at all. Do like that. Let's have a look at the other one. There you go, side of the engine. Okay, fittings for the engine. All right, really nice. Even that has a texture on it, that engine piece. So that'll come out really nice. So yes, it is a really nice looking engine in this car. Okay, and all you would really have to do is look up your color references to see how she was actually painted up, and then probably do a little bit of wiring for the spark plugs, etc. And it wouldn't be that hard. Okay, so that's all the black bits. So let's have a look at the chrome. See how that comes out. One sprue of chrome, okay. Right, so these are your top parts, come out of the top of the car, okay. Your wheels, of course, and a couple of chrome parts for the engine. The chrome is really shiny, really nicely done, okay. That's beautiful. And those wheels will come up a treat. Very light, very light wash on those. All right, camera doesn't like the reflection from this super bright chrome, but I think that's gorgeous. Okay, so that is your chrome. The only other parts I've got to show you on the sprues are these two. Okay, and these are your headlights, tail lights, and of course your front and back windscreens, which, as you can see, are really nicely clear. Of course, the tricky part will be the chrome around the windscreen, but there's quite a few different ways you can do that. There are chrome pens that you can get. You've got your metal foil, etc. Not quite sure which way I will go on this. Depends which one I think is probably going to be the easiest, but I do like the fact that they are beautifully clear, right? Those clear parts are awesome, and I do like that. Right, and the only other thing I've got to show you is, and these come in separately, so not attached to a sprue, the tires. Okay, now see if I can get that to focus. You don't want to focus on me, guys. There you go. Really nice tread on those tires. Okay, beautiful tread. No name on the side. Doesn't surprise me in the least. But there you have it. Okay, that is the last of the 1966 Polar Lights Batmobile. Okay, and that, guys, is it. That is the 1966 Batmobile from the TV show. Beautiful looking car. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. Hope you got something from this review. Thank you for your likes and subscriptions and your comments. Always very much appreciated. Okay. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. And as always, until next time, guys, take it easy, stay safe, stay well, and I will see you later.